When selecting software, especially when you're selecting software for students who are on the autism spectrum, it's very important to be able to look for preferences or features in the software that allow for customization to meet the unique learning styles and needs of that student. There are several things that you can take a look at, or several different features or preferences that you can customize or have control over. Some of the preferences or features that you're going to want to look for in a particular piece of software is: do you have control over reinforcers? Is there ability to have prompt fading? Is it scalable? Is it content focused? Does it promote independent use? Does it promote success? Does it promote flexibility or have the option of flexibility? Does it provide for generalization of skills? Does it provide visual cues? And is it developmentally appropriate? We're going to take a look at a program called Classroom Suite by IntelliTools. Now, IntelliTools has a lot of features and preferences that can be customized to the unique learning styles and needs of each individual student that will be using this program. The nice thing is that each user will have their own preferences, so when they log into Classroom Suite, those user preferences will load that will be best suited for their learning needs. So when I click on the user preferences, it's going to give me a lot of different preferences and features that I can have control over. In this section, you'll see that I have the option of being able to control what a user sees or does not see. What this really does is it promotes independence, so the student can work independently without me watching to see what they're opening up or if they're getting the desktop. I can control that whole environment so they can work independently. Over here, you're going to see that we have talking tooltips or tooltips for those kids who are non-readers. It really gives them the another option of being able to work independently. The next tab, I can take a look at what is presented to that student when they open up a document. So again, we have that control over what the content that they're going to be presented with, as well as independent use. The next box is the ability to turn on and off check work. And what this really does is this promotes success, because what it will do is allow a student to check their work to see if they got it correct or not, and they can make the corrections at that point. The software in the background will keep track of all their answers, but when the student checks their work and they change it and they get the correct answer, they feel successful. We're able to see in the background exactly what their answers were. Again, it's positive reinforcements. We also have the visual cues that they can see what they got right or what they got wrong and go ahead and make those corrections. Word prediction allows us to create customized word sets for them. It also allows, if they're phonetic spellers, to have the correct spelling of the word pop up. It also has smart typing. It also has a whole word prediction bar that will pop up as they're typing along. So again, this promotes success. It also has flexibility. The next section that we see here is we have access for those students that may need to have access other than a typical keyboard or a mouse. This will provide that. And the last tab we have is speech, and speech allows us to have control over the voice that a student may prefer, whether it is a more realistic voice such as the iVox high quality voices or the system voices that come with the Mac. We can also change the speed, but it's really that customization for that specific student, whatever their preferences are. So you can see there's a lot of preferences that we can change in this software that will allow us control over reinforcers. It allows us to do prompt fading. It is scalable. It is content focused because we're going to create the content ourselves. It promotes independent use. It promotes success. The software is very, very flexible. Through the software, we can provide generalization of skills. We can provide visual cues, as well as make the software developmentally appropriate.